Hi foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making some shrimp Parma Rosa pasta. So we have the shrimp here and it was rinsed, cleaned and everything. We have the tail intact though, okay? And of course I'm leaving the tail on just for looks. You can take it off if you want to, okay? It just gives the illusion that the shrimp is bigger and, you know, adds to appearance. So we're going to be coating the shrimp with some olive oil, and this is just going to allow our seasonings to stick and help the shrimp to brown nicely in the pan. So just toss that together and then we will add the seasonings. So guys, Parma is basically a place in Italy and Rosa means pink. So this is like an Alfredo and marinara or tomato sauce together, you know, forming a beautiful pinkish sauce. It's really delicious, nice and creamy. Okay, I know you're gonna love it because it's easy and tasty. All right, so let's finish up this shrimp. So we can allow that to marinate for a little bit and then we're gonna cook them up in a pan. So make sure your pan is nice and hot. Reason, if you put the shrimp in a cold pan, then it's gonna spring some water and then it's gonna simmer instead of sear. You want it to have that beautiful color. So very high heat, because the more shrimp you add to the pan, the colder it will get. Okay, and once you see the sides of the shrimp start to change color and the tails start to curl in, you know that it's about time to flip. You don't want to cook the shrimp very long. 2 to 3 minutes is usually good. 3 minutes is usually for those really big shrimp. And if your flame is super high, you might not even need the 3 minutes, okay? You want to make sure you watch the shrimp, because there might be some that brown a little faster than some depending on when they hit the pan, okay? So always check. Once you see the tails curling, you know it's time to flip. And if you feel like the shrimp is browning too fast, you can always just move the pan from off the heat. Don't just turn it down because the pan is still going to be hot. Move the pan off of the flame, turn down the flame and then return it to the flame. All right. So what we're gonna do now, guys, is make the Parma Rosa sauce. So I'm adding some butter to that same pan that I cooked the shrimp in. Allow it to melt. Add some onion, garlic. We're gonna make this really nice and flavorful. Make sure your flame is low to medium right now because you don't want the garlic to burn. You just want it to have a light golden color, okay? Take your time and cook that, and then we will move on to the tomato sauce. So for this recipe, you could add chunks of tomato, or you could add just tomato sauce or marinara sauce. Use your favorite sauce. If you have homemade or store-bought, just use your favorite, all right? What we want to do now is go in and season the sauce. Even though we seasoned the shrimp, we need to season the sauce as well. So we will add some of those same seasonings that were in the shrimp. If you have dried basil, you can use it, but I have fresh basil, so I just fold it up and then use scissors to cut little tiny strips. You could also use your knife to chop it finely. Now listen, some people say do not add sugar to tomato sauce, but listen, the acidity in this, it needs a little bit of sugar. You're not making the sauce sweet, just a little sugar to balance things out. So I put a pinch or a few pinches of white sugar just to help balance things out. I haven't added any salt yet because we're going to be adding Parmesan to this, and sometimes the Parmesan or the Pecorino cheese that you use is pretty salty, so you want to wait until you add that and taste. So I'm going to be boiling some pasta here, guys. It's just boiling water with some salt. Remember to salt that water. You don't want the pasta to be bland. Okay, so I'm just going to boil this. Just follow the instructions that are on your packaging. Now, the packaging might say 6 minutes or 7 or 8. Whatever the packaging says, you're going to boil it for less time, maybe a minute less. The reason is you want the pasta to be very firm because it's going to go in that sauce in the end and cook for a little bit once it hits the heat. So you don't want to overcook this and make it mushy. So make sure it's very firm so that once you add it to the sauce, then it will stand up to it. So we allow the tomato sauce to simmer a little bit, just for a minute or so, and then we're going to slowly add the heavy cream. So this is what's going to change the color and make the tomato sauce rich and creamy. The first time I had this kind of sauce, I was like, what is this? The color is definitely different, and I was trying to figure out, and then it was explained to me. It's so delicious. It's like best of both worlds, Alfredo and tomato sauce. And then I'm going to add some cheese. You can use Parmesan or Pecorino cheese, those nice hard cheeses that add a little flavor and saltiness. So at this point, when you add the cheese, you can add some salt and pepper to taste, and you are literally done. Okay, all you need to do is add some more fresh basil if you like, and then you're gonna toss in your pasta and finally the shrimp. Now, depending on how saucy you want it to be, then you will, add that amount of pasta. If you don't want it to be super saucy, then you add more of the pasta. You could even do it serving by serving. So each person, you just toss a little sauce with their pasta in a specific bowl. But this is amazing, guys, because now we're going to add the shrimp that we cooked, and all those juices are going to be in the sauce. It is just unbelievable, really delicious and so simple. Toss everything together and you can serve that up with some extra Parmesan cheese and some fresh basil. So nice, really, really nice. And you can have this with your favorite white wine. Oh my gosh, so nice. So guys, try this and let me know how it worked out for you. It's really easy, and it's a really creamy tomato sauce. That's basically what it is. So give it a try, let me know how it goes, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care, bye.